Good morning. This is Keloland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The South Dakota Senate could move quickly next week in deciding whether and how to discipline a suspended member. Senators voted 27 to 6 on Thursday to temporarily take away voting privileges from Republican Senator Julie Fry-Mueller. Senator Lee Schoenbeck told Keloland News that he and Senator David Wheeler will work this weekend on rules that he hopes can be presented to the Senate on Monday.
He also expects a select committee to be appointed on Monday that will quickly hold a hearing where Fry-Mueller can present a defense. While suspended, Fry-Mueller can't present any legislation at committee hearings or be on the Senate floor when the chamber is in session.
Day 5 of a jury trial for a man charged with a 2020 murder will resume later today. 36-year-old Ryan Adlin is accused of shooting and killing 36-year-old Clay Stubbs in October of 2020. The investigation started when Sioux Falls police were called to a gas station at 57th and Marion for a report of a crash.
That's where they found Stubbs with gunshot wounds. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say Stubbs was shot twice when he met up with Adlin and Lowell Loberg for a drug deal. The jury trial is scheduled to continue through next week. The investigation into an earlier crime led to a huge police presence on the east side of Sioux Falls yesterday afternoon. Police and the SWAT team shut down a stretch of Cleveland Avenue Thursday afternoon between 14th and 15th Streets.
While our cameras were there, officers were armed and investigators could be seen going in and out of a home. We hope to learn more of this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on Keloland.com starting at 10:30. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue is sending out a reminder about the importance of working smoke alarms following a deadly fire earlier this week. It happened early Monday morning just west of downtown. A 54-year-old man was found dead after crews put out the fire.
The victim's name has not been released. A fire marshal with Sioux Falls Fire Rescue says that a working smoke alarm likely would have meant his survival.
In the fire codes for the city of Sioux Falls, smoke alarms are required in the locations I pointed out. So bedrooms, hallways to bedrooms, living spaces, they are absolutely required. More times than not, if we find them taken down, it's because that they've been prone to nuisance alarms going on and off.
Investigators say the victim was found in the bedroom where the fire started. Police say the fire was not suspicious. The South Dakota Highway Patrol says roads in the northeast corner of the state are covered in ice. Troopers say the strong winds are also causing dangerous conditions. There are no travel advisories around Sisseton and Millbank. Authorities are urging people to slow down and move over for law enforcement.
Let's find out if those road conditions will be improving anytime soon. Here's meteorologist Scott Munt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, Perry. And again, watch those roadways for this morning. We've been watching falling temperatures throughout much of the morning, getting below freezing. We could get a couple of areas with a flash freeze in eastern South Dakota. Of course, that will give way to icy conditions. Already has. Be careful for some black ice as well. So temperatures will continue to fall with our strong north winds, mainly during the morning hours. And then we'll watch that snow. The snow will move in tonight and tomorrow. And Brian will have more details on that coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Farmers are getting to see brand new equipment all in one place today.
Thousands of visitors are making way through the Denny Sanford Premier Center, exploring the 330 booths, all showcasing agricultural products.
I think it's a big thing because they like to see they like to get out and be able to, go through and find everything they might want to either purchase in the future or look at, now or whatever it might be for their, for whatever their needs are.
The farm show wraps up today from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It also includes a seminar offered by SDSU Extension at 1:30 this afternoon. Well, 2 South Dakota restaurants are semifinalists for the prestigious James Beard Award.
Sanaa Aberzak is up for Best Chef. The national award recognizes chefs in restaurants all across the country for their outstanding culinary skills and food menus.
It's like the Oscars for actors and actresses. So when you get nominated by other chefs, same thing. Like you've been recognized by other chefs from all over the country.
Joseph Rainey of Skogan Kitchen in Custer was also nominated for Best Chef. The winners will be announced at the James Beard Restaurant and Chef Award ceremony Monday, June 5th in Chicago.
People around the world are still celebrating the Lunar New Year, including an event right here in Sioux Falls. Saturday is the Lunar Fest celebration that's being put on by the Vietnamese community of Sioux Falls. The event will be held at Active Generation starting at 5 p.m. There will be lion dances, performances, plus food and music.
And we have a programming note to let you know about. This afternoon, CBS will be airing the PGA Golf Tour, so we will not be joining you for First at 4. You'll still be able to watch KELOLAND News at 5 and 6 on KELO Extra. KELOLAND News at 10 will air on KELO TV. Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Carstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right, good morning, guys. Well, to recap the winds this morning, we've had a lot of that, 40 to 50 plus on the numbers since midnight. Even gusts out into north central South Dakota. Some of the reporting stations are even higher. We've had a few 60 numbers showing up. So it's a lot of wind. The good news, I guess, if you will, is that we've had some visibility issues, but it's been more confined because numbers in the 30s overnight, at least in the southeast especially, have kept that a little bit more, at least at bay. But certainly the northeast has not escaped these problems. We've had a lot of glare ice. That started last night with that frozen precip that was falling and then the strong wind. And it's just kind of a morning where you really got to be paying attention. North of Sioux Falls, starting Flandreau, Madison, and going all the way through Brookings and Watertown. There's plenty of icy spots on the roads. Well, what's next? Flip the page. We have a new system coming in. Our focus starts in the west. You can see around the Belle Fourche area, Spearfish. Here comes some snow. This band will likely take a route to the south and southeast. So the Black Hills winter weather advisory is there. These advisories extend along Interstate 90 and south. That's where your best efficiency will be on snow production tonight. Winter to Yankton is our highlight zone, but even to Sioux Falls, we've got enough evidence to fully support accumulating snow tonight. And with those temperatures dropping in the teens, it will be fluffy snow. So, yeah, any amount of wind, it'll create at least a little bit of blowing and drifting. As we look at how much this thing could produce for snowfall, by the way, your temperatures tomorrow, they're cold, aren't they? In the single digits. I think 2 to 5 is extremely reasonable for Sioux Falls. Maybe that 4-inch number, 5-inch number seems to be kind of where we're honing in on some of the late-breaking data coming in. Yankton's probably going to be a little over 6. We put the 10-inch number just to account for any local banding that occurs here. 4 to 8 winter. You go north, Brookings, Huron, it'll drop off, maybe an inch or two. So just keep an eye on the road reports, and obviously we've got advisories and warnings to cover this system. That winter storm warning, not a really wide swath, but it does run that route from Winter to about Sioux City. And again, that's tonight and early tomorrow morning. Okay, with all of that said, this morning, those winds in Sioux Falls strong. Continue to watch for that. Our numbers now falling off of our early morning highs in the mid and upper 30s. Tonight it gets cold, doesn't it? We're down in the single digits, and folks in the northeast even a little bit below 0. That snow will taper off tomorrow morning in Sioux Falls. 20 Rapid City. By the way, Rapid could get another round of some snow this weekend through Sunday. Sioux Falls, there's a slight chance we could get some of that on Sunday, but bottom line, a period of Arctic air. Not horribly cold. I guess if you want to call 0 for a high, plenty cold, I'll agree. But the wind, hopefully this time not as bad as it was in December. We'll have some, but we'll have some wind chill issues, I'm sure, but hopefully at least not as severe as it was a few weeks ago. The Aberdeen forecast, below 0 for highs maybe by Monday. It'll be close. And Pierre also plenty cold early next week. We'll get a little moderation as we kick out the numbers toward the end of the 7-day. And Rapid City, a little more snow coming off and on even through Monday. So we'll update that story, of course, through the weekend. Check out details online at KELOLAND.com.